With Prime Video, Hulu, Disney+, HBO Max, Paramount+, Netflix, Peacock, Discovery Plus and even more streaming services, there's no shortage of options when choosing what to binge-watch this weekend. However, sometimes the amount of great film and television available to stream can be overwhelming and lead to scrolling aimlessly, hoping to land on that perfect piece of content. Scroll no more. To help you out, ET has rounded up the best movies and TV shows to stream this weekend, including new rivals, nostalgia-filled favorites and titles you may have missed. The well-deserved hype on that are worth circling back for. From all the Disney Plus Day releases including Thor, Love and Thunder to new episodes of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power and HBO's House of the Dragon, we've got your content covered this week. For even more recommendations, make sure to check out our guide for everything new on Prime Video, Hulu, Peacock, Apple TV Plus and more this month. Here are the best TV shows and movies to stream this week. E.T., Showtime and Paramount Plus are all subsidiaries of Paramount. Thor, Love and Thunder celebrate Disney Plus Day with Thor this year. When Gore the God Butcher, Christian Bale, begins, well, butchering gods, Thor, Chris Hemsworth, Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson, and Drive. Jane Foster, Natalie Portman, team up to stop him. Thor, Love and Thunder is now streaming on Disney+. Watch now The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. More than 20 years after the first chapter of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy premiered, fans are getting a prequel. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power explores the legends of the fabled Second Age of Middle-earth's history, thousands of years before the events of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. This long-awaited fantasy series is now streaming on Prime Video. Watch now Wedding Season. Nope, not the Netflix movie that dropped last month. When Stefan objects in the middle of Katie's wedding, he expects a whirlwind romance to follow. Instead, 8 people wind up dead, and Stefan finds himself in the center of a murder investigation. Hulu's genre-bending whodunit series is out now on Hulu. Watch now Ink Master tattoo artists from across the country compete in technical and creative challenges for a $250,000 cash prize and an editorial feature in Ink magazine. This season, competitors from years past return to the show to compete for the title of Ink Master. This unique reality competition series is back for season 14, now exclusively on Paramount+. Watch now The Good Fight. The first scripted original series for CBS All Access, now known as Paramount+, is coming to a close after 6 seasons. A spin-off and standalone sequel to The Good Wife, the dramedy follows a prominent lawyer, played by Christine Baranski, struggling to piece her career back together in the wake of a financial scam that ruined her family's reputation. The Good Fight Season 6 is now streaming on Paramount+. Watch now Nope, now available to rent on Prime Video, starring Get Out actor Daniel Kaluuya, The Walking Dead Steven Yeun, beloved actress Keke Palmer and Brandon Perea. Nope follows 2 siblings struggling to run their family's horse ranch in Southern California. When the pair discover something unbelievable lurking just above their land, a potentially rewarding, and deadly, opportunity presents itself. Euphoria's Barbie Ferreira also makes an appearance in the extraterrestrial horror film, now available to rent for $20 on Amazon. Watch now The Patient. A serial killer holds his therapist hostage until he helps him curb his homicidal urges. Steve Carell and Domhnall Gleeson star in this thrilling new FX miniseries about a very peculiar doctor-patient relationship. The Patient is now streaming on Hulu. Watch now Samaritan. A child discovers that his reclusive next-door neighbor is a superhero in hiding. Sylvester Stallone stars alongside Euphoria actor Javon Walton in this gritty new action movie, now streaming on Prime Video. Watch now Star Trek, Lower Decks, Season 3. Star Trek, Lower Decks follows the support crew working on the USS Cerritos, one of Starfleet's least important ships. New episodes of this beloved animated Star Trek spin-off series are now streaming weekly on Paramount+. Watch now Welcome to Wrexham. 2 Hollywood stars are turning Ted Lasso into the reality. Welcome to Wrexham Charts. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Actor Rob McElhenney and Deadpool star Ryan Reynolds journey across the pond to invest millions in rehabilitating the Wrexham Dragons, a struggling Welsh football, aka soccer, team. New episodes of this heartwarming unscripted series are streaming weekly on Hulu. Watch now. House of the Dragon. This long-awaited Game of Thrones spin-off series takes place 200 years before the events of the original series, and follows House Targaryen's bloody reign. Paddy Considine, Matt Smith, and Olivia Cooke star in this Game of Thrones prequel. New episodes streaming weekly on HBO Max. Watch now. Making the Cut, Season 3. Ready to find out who will be America's next best fashion designer? Season 3 of Amazon Prime Video's Making the Cut premiered with 2 episodes on August 19. Heidi Klum and Tim Gunn host alongside judges Nicole Richie, Jeremy Scott and a rotating guest judge as 12 designers face off to prove their design skills. Watch now. Fans of the fashion design series can also shop the looks created by their favorite competitors at the Making the Cut Amazon fashion storefront. Shop now. Orphan. First kill. More than 10 years since the twisted horror film Orphan made its chilling debut, Esther returns in a highly anticipated prequel. Rossif Sutherland and Julia Stiles star alongside Isabel Fuhrman in Orphan, First Kill, now playing in select theaters and streaming on Paramount+. Watch now. She-Hulk. Attorney-at-law Jennifer Walters is a super attorney, and a 6'7" super-powered Hulk. Tatiana Maslany and Mark Ruffalo star in this new Marvel comedy series, now streaming on Disney+. Watch now. The Princess. This HBO original documentary film takes an intimate look through archival material at the life of Princess Diana, and the society that was obsessed with her. The Princess premiered August 13, 2022, just a few weeks shy of the 25th anniversary of Princess Diana's tragic death. Watch Nova League of Their Own. At long last, Amazon Prime Video series adaptation of the cult classic 1992 film, A League of Their Own has arrived, and according to critics, it doesn't play around. Set in 1943, A League of Their Own follows a group of female athletes playing for the Rockford Peaches in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. The series stars Broad City's Abby Jacobson, Shantae Adams and Darcy Carden. Watch now. Secret headquarters. After discovering a high-tech secret headquarters for a superhero, Charlie, played by the Adam Project actor Walker Scobell, starts to question what his withdrawn dad, played by Owen Wilson, does for work. This action-packed superhero movie also stars Jesse Williams, Keith L. Williams, Momona Tamada, Abby James Witherspoon, and Michael Pena. Watch now. Never Have I Ever, Season 3. Mindy Kaling's hit teen comedy is back for a 3rd season, and things are only heating up. With the debut of Daxton out of the way, Debbie is excited to finally be in a relationship. But the high schooler is shocked to learn that first love won't solve all her problems. Season 3 of Never Have I Ever is out now on Netflix. Watch now. Prey. This Predator prequel takes place 300 years in the past, in the Comanche Nation. Prey follows Naru, a fierce young warrior who hunts to live. When she encounters a predator who lives to hunt, Naru will do whatever it takes to protect her people. Amber Midthunder stars alongside a cast which includes many Native American and First Nation actors. Prey will be the first ever feature-length film to stream with Comanche subtitles. The latest addition to the Predator franchise premieres August 5 on Hulu. Watch now. Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead. Following the success of Beavis and Butthead's return in Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, the boys are back in an all-new season of the iconically crass cartoon. Watch now. Paper Girls. 4 Paper Girls accidentally time travel from 1988 to 2019 and find themselves caught in the crossfire between warring groups of time travelers. To find their way home, the girls need help from the only people they know they can trust, their future selves. Ali Wong stars in this thrilling new sci-fi series, based on the best-selling graphic novel Paper Girls. Now streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Watch now. Honor Society. Honor is in her senior year of high school and focused solely on getting into Harvard. When her guidance counselor suggests another student might be getting recommended for admission over her, Honor enacts a plan to sabotage her competition. Angry Rice stars opposite Stranger Things actor Gaten Matarazzo in this new romantic comedy, now streaming on Paramount+. Watch now High School Musical, the series. What time is it? Summertime. Season 3 of High School Musical, the series is sending the Wildcats to Camp Shallow Lake to enjoy the great outdoors, the taste of freedom and the musical Frozen. High School Musical, the series. Season 3 stars Joshua Bassett, Sophia Wiley, Matt Cornett, Julia Lester and more, with guest stars including Corbin Bleu, JoJo Siwa, Jason Earls, and Olivia Rodrigo. Watch now Don't Make Me Go. After being diagnosed with a terminal illness, a single father drags his teenage daughter on a cross-country road trip with the hope of reuniting her with her estranged mother. This heartwarming film, starring John Cho and Mia Isaac, is now streaming on Prime Video. Watch now Blackbird. Jimmy Keene, a high school football hero and son of a policeman, is serving a 10-year sentence in a minimum security prison when Hess offered a chance to regain his freedom. The price? Enter a maximum security prison for the criminally insane, befriend a suspected serial killer and elicit a confession from him before his case is appealed. This 8-episode miniseries stars Taron Egerton, Paul Walter Hauser and the late Ray Liotta in one of his final performances. Watch now The Challenge, USA. The newest spin-off of The Challenge features contestants from The Amazing Race, Big Brother, Love Island, and Survivor. On top of the standard $500,000, this year's prize includes a spot on the Challenge World Championship, another new series spin-off set to stream on Paramount+. New episodes of The Challenge USA are now streaming on Paramount+. Watch now Stranger Things. 6 months after the Battle of Starcourt, the gang is all separated and struggling with starting high school. With everyone looking forward to spring break, a new supernatural threat begins attacking teens in Hawkins. Volume 2 of Netflix Stranger Things, aka the final 2 episodes of Season 4, hits Netflix on July 1st. Watch now Secrets of the Oligarch Wives. This new Paramount Plus documentary paints, in stunning detail, a scathing picture of the world of Vladimir Putin, through the wives of his wealthy oligarch allies. Secrets of the Oligarch Wives is now streaming on Paramount Plus. Watch now Baymax. Set in the fantastical city of San Francisco, Baymax follows the beloved inflatable healthcare companion as he attempts to help locals. This heartwarming spin-off series, created by the filmmakers behind the 2014 Oscar-winning feature Big Hero 6, is now streaming in its entirety on Disney+. Watch now Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Following a 47-day exclusive theatrical run, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is finally available to stream. After casting a forbidden spell, Dr. Stephen Strange must deal with the fallout of opening a portal to the multiverse. Benedict Cumberbatch, Elizabeth Olsen and Xochitl Gomez star in the latest Marvel movie. Watch now Downton Abbey, A New Era. The second film in the Downton Abbey franchise follows members of the Crawley family across the Channel to France after the Dowager Countess, Maggie Smith, acquires a mysterious piece of property. Back at home, Lady Mary, Michelle Dockery, plays host to a film crew. Downton Abbey, A New Era is streaming June 24th on Peacock, alongside all 6 seasons of Downton Abbey the series and the first Downton Abbey movie. Watch now Beavis and Butt-Head Do the Universe. It's been over a decade since this dynamic duo's last on-screen appearance, but Beavis and Butt-Head are finally back. In the dumbest science fiction movie ever made, the boys are recruited to join a team of astronauts, but wind up being left for dead in space after ruining the mission. Mike Judge returns as both Beavis and Butt-Head in Beavis and Butt-Head Do the Universe, now streaming on Paramount+. Watch now Loot. When billionaire Molly Novak is betrayed by her husband, she embarks on a public spiral towards rock bottom. But when Molly discovers she has a charity foundation in her name, she decides to focus on giving back, rather than giving up. Maya Rudolph, Joel Kim Booster, Matt Faxon and Michaela J. Rodriguez star in this light-hearted comedy series, streaming June 24th on Apple TV+. Watch now The Summer I Turned Pretty. Isabel Belly Conklin's family spends every summer at her mom's lifelong friend Susanna's beach house. But this summer is different. At 16, Belly isn't a kid anymore. And Susanna's handsome teenage sons, Conrad and Jeremiah, have definitely noticed. From the author of To All the Boys I've Loved Before, this new coming-of-age romance, which has already been renewed for a season 2, is set to be a must-watch series this summer, now streaming exclusively on Prime Video. Watch now. Jerry and Marge Go Large. Inspired by real events, Jerry and Marge Go Large tells the story of retired math whiz Jerry Selby, who, with the help of his wife, uses a mathematical loophole in the lottery to win millions. Bryan Cranston, Annette Bening and Rainn Wilson star in this wacky new comedy, now streaming on Paramount+. Watch now. Cha-cha real smooth. Recent college grad Andrew is living with his parents, feeling aimless and working as a professional party starter for bar and bat mitzvahs. But when he strikes up a friendship with a mom and her autistic daughter, he begins to finally figure out what he wants his future to look like. Cooper Raiff writes, directs and stars alongside Dakota Johnson in this unique dramedy, which brought home the Audience Award at the 2022 Sundance Film Festival. Cha-Cha Real Smooth is now streaming on Apple TV+. Watch now. Players from the co-creators of American Vandal, in association with Funny or Die, this mockumentary series follows an esports team dealing with tension between their aging star player and a new wild-card rookie. Will ego get in the way of these athletes' dreams, or will they finally bring home the championship title? This scathing comedy is now streaming on Paramount+. Watch now. The Worst Person in the World. Nominated for Best International Feature Film at the 2022 Oscars, The Worst Person in the World follows Julie, an indecisive woman trying to navigate her love life and career in Oslo, Norway. Lead actress Renate Reinsve took home the Best Actress award at Cannes for her performance in this dark romantic comedy. Watch now. MS. Marvel. Muslim American teenager Kamala Khan is living an average teenage life in Jersey City. She loves video games, writing fan fiction, and superheroes, especially Captain Marvel. She struggles to fit in and copes by crafting a rich fantasy world in her head. But fantasy and reality begin to blur when Kamala gets superpowers of her own. Starring newcomer Iman Vellani, this MCU miniseries is now streaming on Disney+. Watch now. Irma Vep. In this series remake of Olivier Assayas's 1996 film of the same name, reluctant movie star Mira, played by Alicia Vikander, moves to Paris to play Irma Vep in the remake of the French silent film classic Les Vampires. Hoping the role will help her reconnect to her craft, Mira begins to commit to her character in unsettling ways. New episodes of Irma Vep are now streaming weekly on HBO Max. Watch now. Fire Island. This 2022 retelling of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice follows a group of queer best friends as they set out on their annual trip to Fire Island. Joel Kim Booster stars alongside Bowen Yang, Margaret Cho, Conrad Ricamora and James Scully in this tender rom-com, now streaming on Hulu. Watch now. The Boys, Season 3. In a world where superheroes are treated as gods and behave as villains, the boys are on a quest to expose the powerful figure's dirty secrets. Season 3 of Prime Video's The Boys sees the return of Anthony Starr, Carl Urban, Jack Quaid, and Erin Moriarty. New episodes of The Boys are now streaming weekly on Prime Video. Watch now. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ewan McGregor reprises his beloved role as Obi-Wan and Hayden Christensen returns as Anakin turned Vader for the first time since the 2005 film, Revenge of the Sith, in this new limited series. Obi-Wan Kenobi picks up 10 years after Obi-Wan's apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, turned to the dark side and became Darth Vader. Watch now. Physical, Season 2. This dark comedy stars Rose Byrne as an unhappy housewife in the 80s who struggles daily with her inner critic. Her life starts to turn around, however, when she discovers the wonderful world of aerobics. New episodes of Physical are now streaming weekly on Apple TV+. Watch now. RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. In RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars, fan-favorite queens from past seasons come back for the chance to be inducted into RuPaul's Drag Race Hall of Fame. This new season features the franchise's first all-winners cast, with past victors making a valiant return to fight for the title of Queen of All Queens and a doubled-up cash prize of $200,000. The stakes have never been higher. Season 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars premieres May 20th on Paramount+. Watch now. Angeline Peacock's latest limited series takes a deeper look at an 80s Hollywood icon, the titular Angeline. Known by locals as the mysterious blonde bombshell from the billboards, Angelina explores the woman behind the Los Angeles lure. Starring Emmy Rossum, Alex Karpovsky, Lucas Gage, Martin Freeman and more, all 5 episodes of Angelina are now available to stream on Peacock. Watch now. The time traveler's wife, Game of Thrones actress Rose Leslie and Divergent actor Theo James star in this twisted romantic miniseries based off the best-selling Audrey Niffenegger novel, The Time Traveler's Wife. The series follows a couple whose love story overcomes all, even time travel. New episodes of this limited series are streaming weekly on HBO Max. Watch now. We Love That For You comedy giants Vanessa Bayer and Molly Shannon star in this hilarious series, which follows a childhood leukemia survivor as she pursues her dream of becoming a host on a home shopping channel. The catch? To keep her job, she has to lie about her cancer prognosis. Inspired by true events, new episodes of I Love That For You are airing, and subsequently streaming, weekly on Showtime. Watch the first episode free. The Lost City. Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum star in this fun and flirty adventure flick. The Lost City follows a reclusive romance novelist, Bullock, who, after being kidnapped by a treasure-hunting billionaire, played by Daniel Radcliffe, winds up living out the fantasies from her books opposite her dreamy cover model, Tatum. The Lost City is now streaming on Paramount+. Watch now. Conversations with Friends. The creative minds behind the critically acclaimed Normal People reunite to bring Rooney's debut novel, Conversations with Friends, to the small screen. Set in Dublin, Conversations with Friends follows 21-year-old college student Frances and her former girlfriend and current best friend, Bobby, as they navigate a complex new relationship with a married couple. Alison Oliver, Joe Alwyn, Sasha Lane and Jemima Kirk star in this new Hulu original series. Watch now. The Essex Serpent. In Victorian England, the newly widowed Cora, Claire Danes, moves to Essex and becomes obsessed with the local superstition that a mythical serpent haunts the area. While investigating rumors of the Essex Serpent, Cora strikes up a friendship with the local pastor. But after tragedy continues to plague the town, Cora's new community starts to turn against her. Danes stars opposite Tom Hiddleston in The Essex Serpent, streaming May 13th on Apple TV+. Watch now. The Offer. This 10-episode miniseries follows legendary Hollywood producer Al Ruddy as he adapts author Mario Puzo's novel, The Godfather, for the screen. As The Offer retells it, Ruddy assembles a dream team, including director Francis Ford Coppola, who co-wrote the script with Puzo, and Hollywood star Marlon Brando, only to see his production challenged by behind-the-scenes tensions, and a prominent mob boss. Miles Teller stars alongside Dan Fogler, Giovanni Ribisi, Matthew Good, Juno Temple in The Offer, now streaming on Paramount+. Watch now. The Batman. While Matt Reeves' gothic take on the superhero is still playing in theaters across the country, you can now watch Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz fight crime together in Gotham City from the comfort of your own couch. Jeffrey Wright, Colin Farrell and Paul Dano also star in this epic, action-packed film, now streaming on HBO Max. Watch now. Minx. Starring Jake Johnson and Ophelia Lovibond, Minx takes us back to the 1970s and follows Joyce, a second-wave feminist who dreams of publishing a radical feminist magazine called The Matriarchy Awakens. When she can't find a traditional publisher, Joyce is forced to team up with Doug, a porn industry mogul and the last person she'd choose to partner up with. Together, the pair set out to rebrand The Matriarchy Awakens as the first erotic magazine for women. New episodes of this raunchy period piece are streaming weekly on HBO Max. Watch now. The Kardashians. Kris, Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, Kendall and Kylie are back, now on Hulu. The Kardashian-Jenner clan is making their valiant return to reality TV this month with an all-new series. It's the Kardashians as you've never seen them before, pulling the curtain back on a wide range of drama, from Kim and Kanye to Travis, plus a front-row seat to Kylie's second pregnancy. Follow along with the most famous family in Calabasas through the pressures of running billion-dollar businesses and the joys of everyday life.